Manchester United 2, Spurs 2. Of course, it's a match day, so we have to do a player rating. So I'm going to start straight from the back. David De Gea, what do you give him?
David De Gea, he's not saving either of those goals in my opinion. Distribution was decent at times. Nothing terrible. I know Marcel was trying to partly blame him for the second goal, but we lose the aerial battle. Malacia loses his man, and then it's just a accumulation of mistakes. To be fair, I think I'd give him an average 6.
Yeah, I agree. I think 6 is a good score. I don't think he was at fault for any of the goals as well. Although Marcel's trying to hammer on that he is at fault, I don't think he is. So yeah, I think standard 6 is fine. Yeah.
I was going to give him a 5 just because I feel like anybody in the back line that concedes 2 goals, it is what it is. But like you said, he ain't saving any of those. So I'll go with you guys, and I'll go for a 6. Wan-Bissaka.
I'm second. I'll give him a 7.
Ooh.
Give him a 7. I give him a 7 because I think he played well. I think he kept Son quiet for when he was on the pitch. Other than that, I don't think he made many mistakes. He should have scored. That header was dreadful, but yeah. I think he played well. So I'll give it a 7.
I probably would have given him a 6. First half, I thought he was really good. Second half, it was like just some small little flicks where he lost the ball in some positions where I thought maybe just keep it simple. Defensively, always tight. But then he came off, so I would have liked to have seen him stay on, to be honest, and kept it on the left because I think that was working. I would say 6.
I'll give him a 6. I would have given him a 7, just because I feel like he got dispossessed in possession quite a few times, but his recovery defensively was good, and I feel like if he had stayed on, I don't think Son would have scored that chance that he scored. So I'd give him a 6. Lindelof and let's do them separately. Lindelof,
again, done very good things in this game. He was physical, aggressive. Again, I don't think it's his fault for any of the goals either. I think the first goal, well, we'll get into after, but I'll say 6.
Yeah, I agree with 6. I think both of them 6, but just on Lindelof, he was aggressive. I think they tried to bully him in the first couple minutes. Kane tried to bully him, Richarlison tried to bully him. I think he handled it quite well, quite physical. He got done once, I think, by Richarlison, but other than that, I don't think he did too bad. So yeah, I think a 6 is all right.
Is that a 6 across the whole back line for Shaw and Dalot as well? Because I'd give Shaw a 7. I think Shaw was just that standout more better, especially going forward. But I want to hear what you lot think.
I think Luke Shaw was definitely a 7. The timing of his tackles phenomenal in this game. Aggressive, good passing out the back. The tough one with me was Dalot because I think in the second goal we can see Malacia just loses his man again, and then it's like Dalot's not expecting him to lose it, so he's out of position. Then he doesn't catch up to Son. So maybe you could give him a 5, partly at fault.
Down a little bit to a 5 because I think he is partly at fault for that last goal. Him and Malacia. We'll get onto Malacia, but I think partly Dalot just loses his man too far up, loses his man, and Son's in for goal. So I think 5 for Dalot, but the rest 6 Shaw and 6 for Lindelof. Yeah.
Casemiro, I'll give him a 5. I think he was not that great.
Yeah. I think I'll give him a 5 as well. First half, we were praising some of his long-range passing, but then loose passes, especially in the second half. I'll say 5. Yeah,
5. Loose passes, just careless with the ball, and 5.
Christian Eriksen went off, was it 60th minute?
Wasn't it him who put in a great ball to Rashford? Yeah, things about Eriksen, he has such brilliant moments in terms of his vision and the choice of his passing. But then at times he's partly at fault for that second goal, isn't he? He's not aggressive enough, and he lets Pedro just shoot, and he should have been a bit more aggressive and got onto him a lot earlier. So maybe I'd have to give him a 5, drop him down.
Oof.
I was gonna say 6. Good moments, bad moments, but not a terrible game because his replacement, we'll get onto him, was horrific. But so I'll give Eriksen a 6. Bad moments, good moments, but not great. So 6.
Bruno Fernandes got an assist, could have had a goal as well where he smashed it into the crossbar. Would have made a whole heap of a difference. I'll give him a 7.
7 for me as well. Considering that he may have had like a minor injury and he comes into this game and we were thinking maybe he's not going to play, and he has a brilliant performance, brilliant vision. I thought he should have stayed in midfield. I thought some of the passing was great runs. Probably should have scored that goal that hits the bar. Definitely should have scored, actually. He does the hard part, but then he misses, really. Should have kept it simple. 7 for me.
Yeah, my man of the match. I was gonna give him an 8, but that's a good.
I was gonna give him an 8 as well.
That's a good point. That miss, I have to bring him. He done the. I want to give him an 8. I'm gonna give him an 8 because it's unfortunate for the miss, but he played on the injury. I know he's still injured. There's no way he can come back from that. He's still injured. He played well. Best player for us. Good chances. Brilliant ball for Rashford. Very intelligent ball for Rashford, playing it into the space. So yeah, I'm gonna give him an 8. My man of the match.
Yeah, I was thinking to give him an 8, but that chance for me was just so much, and I feel like once he went to the right, he just kind of left the game a little bit, and he was drifting in a lot more, trying to pick up the ball, trying to keep the ball ticking. He was trying, and he's not 100% fit. So I'd give him an 8 for that reason. Marcus Rashford, goal scorer, got 29 goals, all competitions. Only 2 players got double-figure goals this season, him and Bruno Fernandes. What do you make of his performance? I give him a 7. Second half, he was poor.
Yeah, I would give him a 7. Second half, he started to overdo things in possession, and then you saw just running into blind alleys and just trying to overdo things when we're rushing into things. And Rashford can do that a lot of the time, but I thought he was danger today, especially up top. Brilliant finish on his left foot. I'll still give him a 7 though. Like, he wasn't poor enough in the second half to the point where you drop him. So I'd say 7.
Yeah, I wanted to give him an 8. Because he did get the goal and he got the assist. Do you know what I mean? So, but I'm not going to give him an 8. I'm going to give him a 7 because he dropped off massively in the second half. Yeah. And other than that, he really didn't do much. Other than the goal and assist, he didn't do much in the game. So I think 7's fair. But amazing season that he's having so far. So yeah, give it to him. But 7 for today.
I think if he was more clinical, he could have had a hat-trick. I think he had like 2 chances before he actually scored in the first half. So yeah, if he was more clinical, I want to give him an 8, a goal and an assist. Yeah. I was shocked that the pundits even gave Kane man of the match after that. But his second half, he just disappeared. Jadon Sancho got a goal, with what we were saying that he needed to step up a little bit. I'd give, for his participation, he only played 60 minutes. I'd give him a 7.
I'll give him a 7 as well. I think defensively he was a lot better today as well. And I think that the fact that it was Tottenham in the first half who weren't necessarily pressing like they were in the second half, it just allowed him to have more time on the ball. But then he went a little bit missing a bit. I think the first 15 minutes that he was on in the second half, barely noticed him, to be honest. And I think that's because Tottenham started to press a bit more, and then he started to get lost in the game. And I don't think that's part of his game, at least of right now. But I still give him a 7 for the 60 minutes he put on.
Yeah, I'm giving him a strong 7. I'm happy with his performance today. He's growing small and small in confidence. But other than that, he didn't do much in the game. Other than he should have scored that second opportunity early on in the first half. But I think 7 is fair. He's getting better bit by bit, and I just hope people, continuously believe in him and be confident in him, and so he grows his confidence. But yeah, 7 today, getting better. Yeah.
Anthony, another guy that got subbed off as well. The thing is I feel bad giving them ratings based on 60, 70-minute performances. Mm-hmm. I'd give him a 6. Yeah. Because I can't remember much that he done in the game, but he did a lot defensively. He always supports his fullback. Yeah. But in attack, he was holding up the ball well, played Bruno through quite a few times. He played Eriksen that ball that went across to Rashford as well. So for that reason, I give him a 6. I don't think that he played long enough in the game for me to give him anything higher than that. Yeah,
I think it was a 6. I think he was a lot more involved defensively than he was going forward. And every game we usually see a lot more of him going forward, but it just seemed to be one of those games where we didn't see enough of him offensively. But not a bad performance. Sometimes in the first half we're saying silly little flicks, loses the ball. It's just one of these things that he needs to clear up. But I'll say 6.
I think I was gonna give him a 5. Because those flicks and stuff, it aggravates me when you have no end product. He didn't really do anything today. I'm not gonna give him a 5 because he did work it back in defense. Yeah. So I'm gonna give him a 6. But if he didn't have that defensive part in his game, all the flicks and tricks and no end product is infuriating for your winger to do. Do you know what I mean? He'll give the ball away, try and do a step over here, step over there, but it doesn't work. Yeah. I'm gonna give him a 6 because he works hard defensively, helping Wan-Bissaka out. But I need more from him. You know what I mean? I know it's his first season, but I need more from him. But yeah, 6.
Quite a few substitutions that Ten Hag made. Let's go with Martial.
Martial, I'm gonna give a 6.
Six?
He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything right.
So give him a 5 then.
5 is not in the middle. 6.
5 is the middle.
5 is the average.
5's the average. Yeah, it's between 1 and 10, or 0 and 10.
I still give him 6.
He's a big Martial fan. If you guys haven't realised, he's a big Martial fan.
I just don't think he did anything wrong. I think the midfield kind of let him down. Like, yes, I think he lost the ball in the halfway line where he didn't need to. But other than that, I don't think he did anything wrong. So yeah, I'll give him a 6.
Probably give him a 5, to be honest. I didn't think when he came on, he was trying to do things, but then he lost possession, that one chance that could have led to a more serious moment for Tottenham. But he came on, didn't really notice him, and at that point in the game where did he come on? We
60th minute. It was 2-1.
2-1. We concede later. You expect maybe your striker to have a bit more of an impotence in the game. I'm going to say 5.
I'm going to give him a 5 just because, like, I don't feel like it's difficult. If you're not like a sub who comes on and scores the winner or scores the equaliser, I don't think I can give you much unless you've like really visibly impacted the game. And for that reason, I don't think he done much. Similar to Wout Weghorst, I'll give Wout Weghorst a 5 because I don't know what he did in that game. He didn't really do much when he came on, albeit he played a lot less minutes than Martial did.
If we were saying 5 is the average, I'm giving Wout a 5 then. You know what I mean? No, I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5. I think he did a little less than Martial did. You know, for his stature, you'd think he'd win more headers or be more of a threat in the box, but he really isn't. He ain't that type of player, and I think that's what annoys me the most. But I'm not gonna get onto him because he does a job for us. So I'll give him a 5.
5 for me as well.
Malacia, I'll give Malacia a 4 because his positional awareness was poor today. I think it was not that great. It was actually Kane actually took advantage of that to put that ball into Son for the equaliser. So I'll give him a 4. But I feel like I'm being a bit harsh. If you guys think I'm being harsh, let me know. I think I'm being harsh with Malacia.
No, I'm because what I'm gonna give Fred. So I'll give Malacia a 4. I think he got beat multiple times when he came on, and I think he is at fault as well as Dalot being too high and leaving your opposition winger behind you. So I give a 4. I think he's done it too many times this season so far. So he needs to learn from this. But I'm gonna give him a 4 for today's performance. Wasn't great.
Yeah, he's had a couple of moments this season where you look and his positional awareness, like you said, was off. He should be level with him, and he loses him. I mean, we should win. We should try and win that second ball. We don't, and then he gets caught out, and that's it. So I'm gonna say 4. Yeah.
And last but definitely not least, Fred. I'm not going to give my rating. I want to hear what he has to say.
I'm going to give Fred a 2. I think he did nothing today. I was calling for him to come on. He did nothing. It seemed like every pass was wrong. Every tackle, he'd win the tackle back and then he'll give it away. He would lose his man. Like, I don't know. His tackles was atrocious. His shot was poor. Like, I don't know what was in Fred's head today. I'm not too sure what was going on with him. I just hope it's a one-game thing and he's not going back to the old Fred. You know what I mean? So yeah, a 2. He did nothing today. He shouldn't have came on the pitch, in my opinion. It was dreadful.
Can you imagine? He came on late. We're giving him a 2. Yeah, it's crazy.
That just shows how poor his performance was.
Yeah, no, it was poor. The passing was poor. I would have liked to seen his pass percentage when he came on because it was loose passing. The tackles were poor, like you said. He did nothing really. The crosses into the box were poor. So yeah, 2.
I was going to give him a 3. I just didn't think he was as bad as... He was poor. For me, it was probably one of the worst substitution performances I've seen in a long time for Manchester United in the last couple months. But I just think 2's a bit harsh.
2. You can't come on the pitch, what is 60th, 70th minute, and pull up that performance. Like, in that short space of time, if you're pulling out that a performance, you're a 2. Because you can't... There's so small space for you to do that. Do you know what I mean? So if you're that bad, I'm sorry, that's a 2. You're terrible.
Let us know what you guys think in the comments. If you lot feel like we're being too harsh, if we're being reasonable. Manchester United 2, Spurs 2. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and keep rocking with the channel to see some more content after that horrible draw.